Good morning, Leticia. Good morning. Good
Morning,
morning.
Leticia. Good to see you, sweetheart.
I'm knocking everything over. Good morning. We got Denise. We got Sonia. I don't know who is on Facebook because it's just spinning. It's just spinning. I don't know what's wrong with it. Leticia, you're up bright and early this morning. You have a lot of work to do.
I think she may have left already.
No, her name popped up.
Okay.
You guys, third day. Woo! Day 3.
Woo-hoo. She made it without me calling.
I know. And I took my medicine without you telling me to.
Yeah. She's getting
And I
better.
cooked supper so good last night. Hey
She just
Kent,
hears my voice.
let me make sure that Kent is where's the comments on this one?
Hey, Kent. Love you, sweetness.
Good morning, Kent. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. Love you, sweetie.
Elizabeth, I didn't get with you yesterday. I had somebody needing to talk to me. And so that was an hour and a half, I think. And then um I was on the phone with somebody else, but I got a power nap in between there. And I hardly ever nap, but I think I needed that nap. Um but Kent, I'm so glad you're up so early and can
Oh,
come
me
on here.
too. Me too. I love seeing Kent.
But I love when I can cook everything in just one pan, put it in the oven, and not worry about it. So I did pork chops and some kind of, I don't even know what it's called. It's some kind of seasoning. I, in case you can hear me, something chop house. So I put that on there. I cut up a whole onion and put that on there. Then I cut up some red potatoes and put those on there, and then just took foil and covered it up and let it go. And I was able to eat,
Yep.
and it was good. I know we will, baby. And I'll get to see those kids. What I'll have to come to your house though.
Yep.
To Bailey. Mm-mm. Your kids are little. Oh,
Hey, Tony. Love you,
hey,
dude.
Grayscale. I
Oh,
still have not done. I still have not done the picture you sent me. But you know what? I am loving the lattice and stuff that you're doing over your pores. I love it. It is just, and I don't get to watch uh total, I don't get to watch it totally, but oh my gosh, the next day I'll share it with the ladies. I'll say, "Oh my gosh, look what Grayscale did." And then we ooh and ah together. Oh, good morning,
yep. Hey,
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
I am
Hey,
so glad.
Rhonda. Love you, sweetie.
I am so glad, Rhonda, that you are in Wi-Fi. But yeah, Grayscale. I told my husband, I said, I have got to sit down and paint with him as he does the lattice and stuff. I almost bought me some painter's tape.
Oh, Elizabeth. We hope everything goes out okay. Love you, sweetie.
Love you, baby. Love you, love you. My girl, my goddaughter.
Yep.
I've got her and her sister, but her sister's got more. I think they might have the same amount, but her sister Michelle has her mama staying there, their mama staying helping her. Um, let me read that.
Oh, dude.
Um, Kent, my husband used to not like none of that, but cream of mushroom soup is so good on stuff.
Yes, it is. I love it.
Uh, you know, Grayscale, I watch your techniques and stuff like that, and I look at it and I watch and I'm like, I used to do that. I know I can do that. It's the fact, and all my brushes I've got and the paints, it's the fact of just cleaning this out to where I know where everything's at. Because when I used to do murals, Mama would ask me, and she would say, "How did you do that?" I didn't know. I mean, I didn't go to school for art. It was just that the brushes that I used, and I would lose myself. Oh, there's Willow. Whoop,
Hey,
whoop,
Willow.
Willow. But it's like,
Yay. Love
I
you,
don't know if it
girl.
makes sense, Tony, but it's like that I would kind of zone out while I'd be doing things. I don't know how I figured out how to do the bushes easy in the background and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Leticia, I told her you were still here,
Yep.
but I know I can. It's just not being intimidated. It's picking up that brush and it's doing the art that I know it's up here. And then but I am intimidated when I watch you and Creasy and all of you guys. I watch, how you guys paint, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. But, we all have our different styles.
Right. You do what you do best. Hey,
Oh,
Karen.
there's
Love you,
little
sweetie.
sis. Good morning.
Yeah.
I told Kevin you was coming on, and Kevin said, good
Uh,
morning. He said from Facebook, good morning, and God blessings on y'all. That's what he put on Facebook.
love you, Steven. Love you, honey.
Okay, you guys, I don't know. Okay, I didn't know what that was doing. Karen, I told Kevin yesterday, I said, Karen was on. Karen watched some and listened. And,
Yep.
now, look, she could be sneaky now. I can't tell you guys all the spoiled stuff that she got away with because now
No,
she's
you
listening.
don't.
And plus, she knows where my skeletons are. They're not in my prayer closet. But you guys, I have a whole container of just little skeletons. So I have them. They're so I can bring out all my skeletons. I'll show you, talk about them.
Oh, check Facebook Messenger.
All right.
Oh, Lord, y'all.
There you go. Willow, for some reason, I have to have three Facebooks pulled up, you guys, to the right. Two of them are the live stream, but I can't see the messages. So now I have to keep one pulled up to where I can see. That is so true. But you never, they're spoiled. And then there's like, you never gave your mom any problems. You just never did. Um, But there's a difference between being selfish and spoiled. And Karen was never a selfish, even now. Even now. Do y'all need anything? All of them say y'all. I don't. I'm like Sonia. Use guys.
Yeah.
Uh,
Y'all something.
Leticia, it is always good to see you. Always. Um,
Yeah. Oh,
my
I love that too.
beautiful Leticia.
It's beautiful.
And it, like I've said before, it's still hard going back through some of my memories on Facebook, and I click on them, and the first thing I'll see is San Juana, and her comment or her little meme that she put up, and I just sit there and I stare at it, and I think of San Juana, beautiful soul, beautiful. She's um very quiet, kind of
Love you.
quiet like you, Leticia, but she was everywhere. Yeah, I miss her too. She was the first one to comment on Darlene B stuff. She was in the,
Yeah.
auctions, and she was just San Juana. Never complained, never said nothing negative about nobody. Never. She was always
Yeah.
full of love
She
and
was.
put other people before her. The people that,
Never known she was sick. Ever.
yep, the people
Never
that
known what
she,
she was going
mm-mm. The
through. She
people that
always
she was in
said,
dialysis with, she would have us pray for them. Because I
yeah.
remember Roy, she had us pray for Roy up till he passed. And then there was a woman, Laura. And what was so reason I can remember those two names is because my mom's name's Laura, and her last brother that had just passed, his name's Roy. So,
Yeah.
we always prayed for them too, for her. And
We did.
we can go back last year and think of all the people that lost husbands and
Yes.
people that lost all, oh my gosh, so many people suffered loss last year. And you know our community, whether it's just resale, what they call, or jewelry or whatever, our community was hit hard last year.
Oh, yeah.
It
uh,
was.
Oh,
we lost people in that we were familiar with, but then the people we were familiar with, I know of two that lost their husbands.
Mm.
and
yeah.
and so there was just so much loss. So when I see you
Yeah.
guys, you are in my heart. Willow, I sent it. Did you get it, honey? But this is a new year, and it's good to remember those people. I can talk about the funny and the good about MawMaw,
Oh, yeah.
and like San Juana and other people
It's
that
easier.
lost. Yeah,
It's
it's
easier for you to talk about it.
yeah,
Because
it's
you're remembering all the good stuff now.
yeah. When I talked to Joy, be the difference. She sent me her
Mm-hmm.
actual phone number, and when we were talking, you know,
Hey!
um, so when me and Joy were talking and catching up, you know, we talked about the losses and Mama. Hi, Music for Life. Hey, Willow.
Morning, sweetheart. Morning, everyone.
Hey,
Morning.
Music for Life. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
But but yeah, we I finally had to crawl out of my hole, and I had a lot of people sending me messages and saying, look, they didn't say it this exactly, but it was like, look, stop feeling sorry for yourself and get your butt back to what you're supposed to do. Some of it was MawMaw in my head telling me that. But even when Kevin said, when's the last time you went live? And I said, last Monday. I said, I need to get back. He said, yes, you do. So, Diana Brianna says that my channel's like chicken noodle soup for the soul. But I'm the one getting the chicken noodle soup from all of you guys. You know, it's if you put out love and friendship, you'll get it back. You'll get it back.
Very true. And it's hard to dig yourself out of that hole, but you do it. Life goes on.
And people that we know and cared about, they live on through our stories.
Mm-hmm. Can't tell you stories if you don't get up and live.
Yep. And I even told Joy, I said, hey, you can go on MawMaw's page. MawMaw made a lot of videos. How I didn't know that, I don't know. But she made a lot of videos. And some of them were about family and some of them were about the community family. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning.
Morning, Michelle.
I almost asked, well, where have you been, Willow? But then I thought you might throw it back. Well, where have you been? So I figured
I've been dealing with life just like you, honey.
But you know, I'm blessed, Willow. I'm blessed because I have Casey and I have Kevin. When Kevin's at work, I still have Casey here.
And you had all those wonderful years with MawMaw to treasure.
Yes.
That
yes.
if y'all lived in different towns, different states, even different houses, you wouldn't have had.
34. Oh, Larry, someone I know once said, you have to be a friend to have a friend. Larry Lacey said it. That is her ex-father-in-law. So ain't that no, Larry, Larry was Karen, Larry was Jonathan's uncle, wasn't he? Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Anna.
Love you, sweetie.
But yeah, you know, they're out there, and if you guys ever just want to tiptoe through some of the silliness on Facebook, because MawMaw loved to catch the silly stuff and put it all on a video. You know, in the comments, like on the page, you can see MawMaw's link. And I didn't share myself out. See, I forget about that stuff. Diana tried to teach me. She tried her best to teach me to say, ring that bell, share me out.
Morning, Terry.
I'll see you later, baby.
Hey, Terry, good morning.
Son and love.
Okay.
Terry, good to see you, Willow.
But yeah, Anna, I'm sure Anna got to have, all you guys got to have a relationship. And if you didn't, if you want to know who we always talk about, MawMaw, her link.
I'll go grab it for you, hon.
Yeah, drop MawMaw's link, because she's got one where she caught all of my craziest expressions on my face.
Yeah, she's definitely good at that.
And there's one, it said, and Dwayne said, what? I still haven't went back to try to find that video of mine and to see what Dwayne said, because it was so bad that Destiny Shamrock Pixie was on with me. Her face turned red. And every time I try to lean up to say something, it was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen at the time. I would just drop my head. And one time, all you could see was the top of mine and Destiny's head. And I'm like, what in the world did he say? For me, and then,
Could be anything.
yeah, and then I highlighted across the thing. It said, he said, I make the young girls laugh and cry. And I'm like, what? Look, I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to find that video and attach it, unless it's something really bad. unless it's something really bad.
Could be anything.
He did make me cry. He said he had me speechless when he sent me my birthday present, which was a steampunk hat.
Bad stuff. You mean like MawMaw rapping?
Oh no, that's
right.
on the other girl's channel. No, MawMaw, she would do videos about my channel. And
Yeah, she used to catch Darling with her mouth open all the time.
yes, or my eyes like this.
Oh yeah, she was the queen of screenshot.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Karen, I love you. I love you.
Love you, Karen. It's great to see you, sweetie.
But yes, and sometimes my eyes would get so big, and I'd be like, and I'd hear her laughing. I stuck on it, Mama. You done snagged another picture. I know you have. I said, go ahead. But yeah, she is
queen of screenshot.
She is who I could laugh with, but it wasn't until she was gone that I realized she was the one to hug me when I cried, when I'd be upset. She was the one to give me comfort. And Denise told me, well, Casey's shoulders are big enough. So, because sometimes it would be things about a mother. Only a mother could grieve over,
Yeah.
Mama grieved over
Yep.
things that her son did. I grieved over things that Tiffany was doing, and at the exact same time, and she understood. But when I grieved over things that my mom would say to me, and it would really just tear me apart, MawMaw would hug me, or I'd go in there, she'd be in her chair, and I'd lean down and cry, slobber cry on her, and she'd say, baby, I don't know why your mama does what she does. I don't understand it. But she was, she was there. She was there. Now Karen tells me to call her. I said, Karen, you work 2 jobs. It doesn't matter if you need to call me. Uh-oh, who's got a train?
That's me.
Thinking that.
That's me.
Hey, we have one too. It's very loud now.
I got my house open.
Behind her.
And there are 2 trailers, a field, and 1 industrial business away. So, block and a half, tops.
Oh, ours is like, Stephen walks to work, and right behind that is a railroad track. So we used to have woods. There used to be woods in front of our house, but then they brought in, they dug it out, removed all the trees, dug it out, and put an airplane hangar, and that is the city utilities building. So think about a train blowing its whistle, and now it just like, I think it echoes through that metal building.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bouncing off that metal, it probably amplifies it.
Oh man. And Casey's been started his new job, and
Yay!
he's like he be work at home doing the same thing he did once before. And we're just worried about the sound. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you, thank you.
reminds me of my granny.
But yeah, we're
She
worried about the but he's worked from home before. He's worked from home
we are
before.
planes. That's what we got here, planes. Big cargo planes, all little jets, and little one engine planes. Just
I I can't
planes.
remember not living close to a railroad track. I guess when we
Neither.
first moved out here, and then when it's like my teenage years, we moved to a house. The railroad track was right in front of our house. And then when I moved out, there was a little house. There was a railroad track. I mean, right behind that little house. And in Atlanta, it was the airplanes
Yeah,
um,
we here.
flying over.
Yeah.
And
Oh God,
because,
airport.
Even the
yeah,
childhood homestead was tied to the same train track, just a different spur coming off of it. And we'd get them from the main one and then the spur. And when I lived in Nashville, we were en route of the 747s going to the Nashville airport. So yeah, I'd be on the phone and I'd be like, "Hang on, Mom," because would blow through.
it's
Know.
like
Mm.
one exit was the airport exit, then the next exit, and then it was the third exit down as we'd get off there to that's considered Forest Park, and we lived there. But
Yeah, you were close enough.
I don't know
so
how far
where
away we were from it, but I just know that we were in line with a couple of the landing strips.
I got to where I didn't hear it, and people, we was living in an apartment. People would say, "How can you stand that?" I said, "Stand what?" The airplanes. I said, "Oh, I don't hear them," and I really um, unless I have TV off or I'm just lost in my head somewhere, I don't hear the train.
Yeah, I'm used to the trains. I grew up around the trains. The
Yeah.
planes were a little bit more difficult, but I
Well,
got to where it was only a problem if I was on the phone.
well, all right. The company my husband, we went to Atlanta for him to go back to driving a dump truck for. Well, then they moved the office and they moved it even closer to where the airport was.
Mm, yeah.
And even then, I just did not pay any attention. I mean, after a while, you just
Block
kind
it
of
out.
get used to it. Yeah,
I used to live in the city,
The only thing
right on the train
really
line, and
the
every time it would come, the TV would turn off and go staticky about 30 seconds before you'd hear it. Like I was right on the line though, right next to the bridge.
I'm like 6 blocks from where I grew up. So the two main roads are 6th Avenue and 12th Avenue. And both ways, you're going to have train tracks.
Yeah.
We just always knew there was going to be more like tire expense and stuff like that from constantly going over train tracks. Shocks, tires.
Monique, where was you at this morning? Good
Morning,
morning.
Monique.
Good morning,
Morning.
Good
love.
morning, Nick.
Good
morning.
Whatever it may be.
You're not getting M&M. Go. Go. Go.
It seems to be
Get
working
Okay,
really well.
acting pitiful. She's acting pitiful.
The oh, woe is me look.
And good morning, Lily. Good morning, honey.
Morning, Lily.
Oh, and Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning, Ben.
Good morning.
Oh,
Yay.
wow. I'm excited. Well,
All right, let me see what.
seen her.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Morning, Kent.
I know, Kent. Good morning. The first time I saw, because usually I see the first part of the name, and I'm like, Geezer Creek. And then I saw Kent. I'm like, I know who that is. Oh,
Yeah,
Ben.
that's been his screen name for a while. Once I see
Ben.
Geezer, I'm always looking
Oh,
to him.
Ben, I've made it. This is the third day. I've made it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
And I ain't actually seen me.
And I'm batting 1,000 today. Even though by the time I got out of this seat yesterday, I call it my back was screaming, but I still felt good that I came on and got to see all you wonderful people. That's what brings me happy. And I got to talk to Lily yesterday, FaceTime, got to meet her boyfriend.
Oh
So,
boy. Gotta meet her feller.
and after that, Lily, I went in there and laid down and I fell asleep. I had to rewind
I
the
haven't been
movie
to
I was
bed
watching.
yet. I've been up a little bit. I had to take a steroid yesterday, so I'm like, "Ugh."
Oh, really? See, they never did that for me. They never. The only thing that they do if I'm sick and I have to do a steroid pack or whatever, they make me hungry.
Oh yeah, they give you the munchies. Yeah, they're like
Hi,
little wacky weed.
all right. Hi, Vanu. All right, I'm trying to Vanu Love. I might not be saying it right.
Is that Vanu or Vanu? Vanu
Well,
number 1, Vanu number 2. Which one's the right one?
Well, hello, love. I'll say, hey, love.
V-Love. There we go.
Hey, love.
Oh, that sounds kind of.
Oh, so mom and dad's going to see Sandy.
Yeah, they're going there today. Apparently, it's like an overnighter. They're checking on her because she's not looking too good right now, according to Greg.
Yeah.
I knew that. I told her, I said, oh, what's going on with you, girl?
I know, and I guess I need to call her.
Don't look good.
Uh-oh.
Because I called her.
Oh, so Ben's. Oh. Oh. So you got to go back through all those years. That's the 16-year-old grandson. Well.
Yeah, you revisit the teenage angst of the world.
You know, after mine got grown, well, as mine were growing up, even before they got teenagers, MawMaw was the teenager I had to keep my eyes on when she first got on the computer. I was like,
she's a pistol.
I was like, and I even when I was working, when I went back to work and not the daycare, I'd tell the girls, you guys, it's like she's a teenager I have to keep in line. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's before you guys ever met her.
My sister thinks the same thing about me, so I'm used to it. Not like she can tell me what to do.
I wouldn't have her any other way.
No.
I tell you what, I talked to yesterday, if any of you was on yesterday, there was a good morning from Beauregard, Alabama. And I said, that was my sister wife. And then I had to message her. I said, I hope I did not offend you by calling you my sister wife. And she said, laugh out loud, no, can I call you? But yeah, she was wife number 3. I was wife number 2. She was wife number 3. So anyway,
baby.
Oh,
this is Aspen. She's my youngest.
So anyway, she I was glad to see her yesterday. So glad to see her. Oh, Diana, I was asleep. Diana wanted me to come on hers yesterday.
Hello,
Good
Diana.
morning. Oh, good morning, Diana. Good
Morning,
morning.
Swampy.
Good morning, Swampy.
Swampy Acres Homestead.
Oh, okay, good. Let me throw that link out there, Diana. Let me throw it. I will throw it. I am so blessed that my son. Hi, Swampy. Now, is Swampy? Are you on Sandy's?
Yeah, is this Glenn? Did you change your name, or is this a different fella?
That must be no. That's not Glenn.
Yeah, I don't think it's Glenn. We know another Swampy. That's what this whole discussion's about. Swamp Picker.
Yeah,
is
Swamp
Glenn.
Picker.
Yeah,
I
think he's a reseller, though. I don't think he's a homesteader.
there's no. I mean, I could have met him on. Where did I meet you, Swampy? Because I know, was it Sandy's or Diana's? Diane, no, Grandma. Yes, Diana's.
Yeah, it's on Diana's. Yeah.
Yep, I was on hers the other day, and she is. I had the most fun. I mean, I just love Diana. She's a Georgia girl. Oh, there's only one Swampy homesteader.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
I got you.
Names run together after a while. If you're on here a lot,
Yeah.
mercy.
And I'm going to tell you guys, if there's another Norgus R, if they don't look like this, because that name come out of my head a long time ago, and can't nobody else have it. So I'm just saying, this is the real thing, baby.
You're the OG.
Oh, so you've been on 3 years. Goodness.
There's Sonia. Morning, honey.
I'm trying to think how many years I've been on.
I've watched YouTube for years, but I don't know, it was what, about a year and a half, 2 years ago that I started coming on and found the lives, and to comment you had to have an account, and I didn't have an account.
Yeah.
So my account's only a couple of years old.
Good morning, Summer Rose. Good morning. Well, I have one under my real name, and I used to go in the, when Casey started the jewelry stuff, him and Bougie Bear, I went under that account. That's the only reason I made that account. And then when Casey said, "Mom, you need to do your own channel," and then I started going in as Norgus R.
Ben, I've always said that I broke the mold when they made me, and that's why I'm kind of warped. Yeah, they didn't break it after me. I broke it right in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, my mold was broken, and I went ahead and decided, hey, try this mold. Okay, come on down. Diana Brianna, come on down.
Yeah, get on in here, girl.
Wait, I need to hold up the thing. Let me see.
Bang. Do I want to know what
Diana Brianna, come on down. That's what they do in the things.
Don't want to clap too loud. It makes her excited.
Oh, Diana, I sent it through Facebook. I just sent it.
It's in your messenger, girlfriend.
Yeah, check your messenger.
I got furified, excuse me. Yes, fur remover, furified. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody. You guys can all, you can drop your links in my live. I'm not funny about that. I am not funny. about somebody putting their channel in. It does
And
not
you-
bother me at all.
And if you ain't blue and need me to drop it for you, put it in the chat. I'll get her. Here she comes.
Hey!
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Angel
can do
Peter.
that.
Good
Wait a minute.
morning.
I gotta. You know what? Let me go back to StreamYard here. Okay, got it. Good morning,
Alien
Sonia. Good
Livin.
morning, Willow.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You know, it has been a while since I've been on your live, Norgus.
I know. Well, it's been a while since I've been on my live.
True.
Yeah, we just
Well, I
show
look
up
for
and
you
pop
every
on.
morning.
And third morning, you know, Ben
Mhm,
Keevan's
mhm.
arm has healed and he's doing good. He
Good.
but
So he's
December was very
out of any cast or brace or
he got it
running.
back.
Awesome.
But yeah, Diane, it took me a while, but you know, I had enough people saying, "Look, get back on," and it. But I
Well,
don't.
you are a community. You are a community. And, you know, I did a video the other day called How to Build Your YouTube Channel Right. And I talked about being a community rather than focusing on subscribers. And you have a wonderful community. And yesterday on my live, I talked about your live, how it was a community. You have friends here that support you, that know you, that love you, and
Yeah.
that support each other.
And you know, that's why I said you if you have a few and don't look at the channels to where there's 10,000 people that view their thing, but you just
Yes.
do you, and you just know the people that start coming in and their family. So
Yes.
and I all right, disclaimer, if you're here, your family, and I need your socials so that way I can claim you on my taxes. That's what I used to
Right.
So I
Right.
was talking about,
Exactly.
I froze. I was talking about you this morning. I said, Diana tells people that my channel is like chicken noodle soup for the soul.
It is. It is because you have a comfort channel. People come to your channel and they can be themselves and they can share with you and everyone else what's going on in their life and not feel like anything is wrong with them because we all have things that go on in our lives. All of us do. Every one of us. Hey, Denise, great to see you, my friend.
Um,
And then we all do. I have to tell you, I'll tell you, I flunked my math test yesterday.
oh no!
I flunked it. Now, I've got straight A's in college, including in my math class, but I'm taking a higher level. There's like two parts to this math class. The first part is you pass it. So I've passed the class with an A, but an A or a B. It's somewhere. It's like a low A or a high B, and but the thing is, I want to pass tier 2 so that I never have to take another math class again. But tier 2 is so hard that I flunked it.
Oh, you
So
get
we
it
all have
though.
issues. I'm trying, but we all have issues. And, you know, and what's wonderful about your channel is that we can be ourselves. And on a lot of people's channels, you can't be.
Yeah. There's not going to be any bashing of anybody.
Mm-mm.
I don't like bringing political stuff. But I do believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior. Hey, He's first and foremost, and that's why He kept shaping and reshaping this channel until it was what He wanted. And you know, there was going to be on Wednesdays was going to be Christian Womanhood on just on Wednesdays, but no. He shaped and molded until it was like, hey, this channel's mine. So
Mm-hmm.
not mine, but his. And
Mm.
yeah,
And the right people will find your channel. You know, we're not meant for everyone. My channel is not meant for everyone. It's meant for specific people who find it. And your channel is the same way. And if someone's a gaming channel, they may not want to be on our channels. If they're, you know, a grandma will not want to be on a gaming channel. So, you know, we're all different, but you have a community. And I think if you want to be successful on YouTube, quit looking at the numbers and look at what kind of community you are building.
Yeah.
Very
And
good.
I think that's the most important thing that you can do is just build your community and decide what your community is going to be. You know, for me over on my channel, it's an inspirational, wisdom, motivational grandma channel. Norgis's is a comfort grandma channel, right, Norgis?
yes. Well,
A noodle soup.
lots of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know, because of you, Diana, I talked about this yesterday. I said, you know, Diana gives her wisdom. She says things that her children can come back and watch. And there's things that I wish I was saying yesterday that I could be there and tell, you know, my grandkids. And I thought maybe I should do like Diana, have one section
Yes,
that I talk to
absolutely.
my grandkids and tell them the things I want to tell them. And then it would be there, and then they can watch it, you know, anytime they want, or as they get older, they might think, hey,
Mhm.
you know, Nanny was thinking of me, you know, during that
Absolutely.
time.
And if you do those videos, Darlene, this is the thing. You have to make them public because they may
Oh
not be
yeah,
able to access them otherwise.
oh
And
yeah.
so, you know, you just don't tag them or anything like that. You just title them, and that way they could easily find them. That's what I did. You know, my first 10 years here on YouTube was not public. It was only for my kids. And I did 1 minute daily wisdom videos on all kinds of topics. And so those first 10 years are little, the straight up camera, you know, where you don't have the panoramic and
Yeah.
no, you know, no thumbnails, no beginning, no ending. It was just mom talking, wisdom talk. And so my kids would someday have my wisdom if they ever wanted to listen to what mom had to say. And I did it on every subject. So then when I came on a year ago, I had 200 subscribers, which were all basically family and friends. And I came up a year ago publicly, and that's when I began to, you know, make my videos more for the public. But I think it's a wonderful idea. You're leaving a legacy of what your feelings on different issues are. And, you know, I think back about if I could have my grandmother's wisdom on video, oh my gosh, how amazing that would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be gold.
You know, that's something that I say all the time. Well, my grandmother said this, or when I went to church with my grandma, my nanny, we did this and we did that. But what Monique said about, because I do have Jesus in my heart, and also
Yeah.
he gave me people, and I never say they walk behind me. No, they're not. They walk beside me. The
That's
ladies
right.
or anybody up here, we, you know, we walk side by side. And so
Yep.
my channel, I don't feel like it's my channel. It's us. It's us Christian women. And I don't know where I would be, because I wouldn't want to do a lot of the stuff people are doing on YouTube trying to get
Yeah.
views. I just
Well, you see a lot of bashing channels, and you know they're a community too. They have their own unique community. It's not my channel, I can say that. But there are people that enjoy doing that. But I wouldn't want to be that, because I think it really, really wears on a person and wears on their emotions and wears on their soul.
it does.
Yep.
I have a friend that does that, and a lot of people go there, and every now and then I'll check their channel out, give them some love, but then after a while, it's like oh my gosh, I got to get my mind back straight. And yes,
Right.
Monique said toxic. It's
It is toxic. Some of them are toxic.
yes.
Some of
And
them are very toxic. Yeah.
when you allow that, and you have the people on your panel that are, speaking toxic things, and they're bashing each other, you're taking that in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like Diana knows, when you do a live stream every day, you are what you guys give out, give back to me is comforting. You guys are my family. You guys give me love. You give me prayers. You give Sonia, anybody out there, you want to you say, please pray for me. We write it down. That's what the
Yeah.
channel is about. And so when I leave, when I cut it off, usually we still talk afterward,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I leave
But
with
you
a
built
good feeling.
relationships. You built
Yeah.
friendships.
And I leave with a good feeling. I might be tired. My back might be hurting. But because Diane, after you start doing live streams, it takes a lot of energy.
It
Yeah.
takes, I was doing 2 live streams a day there,
Yep.
several months ago.
Yep.
I would have to go to bed. I would literally have to go lay down. It was so exhausting, especially when I had to carry it all by myself. And, because you're trying to keep up with the chat, you're trying to keep up with everything. And I mean, it really, really is a lot. So I do live streams kind of whenever I want. Sometimes I'm on every day. I never know what the time is going to be. Sometimes I'm not on for a couple of days. It just all depends. I don't put myself under any kind of pressure.
And yesterday, when I saw your message, I was snoozing. But I had the best time the other day when I come on yours. It was fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's you go somewhere that on somebody's panel that is going to be fun and that you're going to feel good afterward.
Yes. You were talking about success, and you are someone, I think it was Monique said you are successful, and you are successful. I did a video called Success or Failure and how do we determine it? And I said, there's a lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of fame that are unsuccessful because they're very miserable and unhappy people. There are other people that are loving their life. They're loving what they're doing. They're loving their families. They're loving the people they're with. They're loving who they are. And maybe they don't have a lot of money, but they are successful, And I think our society has the term success all mixed up. And because you are successful within who you are. And being successful doesn't mean that you don't have problems. We all have problems, and we all have different problems because we all have different situations.
Yeah. And this gives me, and Kevin likes me doing this, my husband, because when I first started doing it, he told me, he said, it is so good to see you smile again. And I didn't realize how upset that I had been for 3 years just in my room. And when I had to come out of work and no money and felt worthless. And then when I started doing this and he started tuning in from work, he said, I love to see that smile. And I didn't realize that I had lost it.
Yes.
I really didn't. But look, when Sonia don't smile, I get Sonia to smile.
One of the things, and I did another video called marriage and how people in their marriage, after they get married, they begin to have bad behavior instead of good behavior. And I said, in our marriages, we are supposed to bring out the best in each other, not the worst in each other. And part of that is that people can get so negative in life. And I think it's important to look at your future and believe in your future and believe in your life. No matter where you've been, you've got to look towards your future and believe in your future. I remember a man, I was probably 22. I was living in Seal Beach, California. I went to get gas. It was over by the beach. And as I was pumping gas, I saw this guy, probably my age or a little bit older. He was selling pots and pans out of the back of his car. And someone made fun of him. And he shouted back at them and he said, I'm going to be a millionaire someday. I'm going to be a millionaire someday. And I never, of course, saw that guy again. But you know what? I have a sneaky suspicion that he became a millionaire because he believed in his future. You got to
Yeah,
believe in your future. You got to believe
yeah.
in who you are. You got to believe that you're going to be happy. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be fit. You're going to be loved. You're going to have good times ahead. You've got to believe that. And that way it'll begin happening.
And I didn't start this as thinking, all right, I want 10,000, followers. I want all these people on here because I like that we see. Now we have had raids before to where the chat just rolled with them, and back then, when Traci was not going through a lot of the pain she's going through now, she would sing good morning to each name. And one day after it was through, she just had to go, ooh. And but we want to acknowledge, because some people, some panels, they are just talking to each other and they don't talk with the people out there in the chat. How do you make somebody feel good about coming to your channel if you're not going to speak to them and make them know
Absolutely.
and make
And one thing I love about you, Norgus, is that you, even when you're in my live stream, you go and comment to each person that comes in there. You go and acknowledge them. And I was talking about that yesterday in my live stream. It's not about you when you do a live stream. It's about everybody in that live stream, whether they're in the chat or on the panel.
Yes, you said that correctly. And that's why I feel like I get more from them than what I put out. But my sister-in-law put the best, she quoted her, oh, I wish I could find it. All right, it should be right in, all right. She quoted what her ex-husband's uncle said. She said, someone I know once said, you have to be a friend to have a friend.
Yeah.
And that is so correct. So correct.
You go on some of these live streams and they're so self-absorbed. They don't even acknowledge anybody in the chat. They don't even talk to them. They don't go back and forth. And I just leave. I leave. You want to be acknowledged. Everyone in this chat wants to be acknowledged.
Yeah, and that's why some of the channels, I told Joy be the difference when I talked to her on the phone the other night. And I told her, I said, when I first started going to YouTube channels like that, I said, Traci told me one time, Joy mentioned you in her on her show last night. I said, what? Joy talked about me, so I started going on there. And she did an expose. When they go to sell things, but there was like a lot of people, and she was selling her items, and she was live, and I had the best time that day. I sit there and she said, hey, come here. That's Norgus R. She has a YouTube channel. And, it was so much fun. And I told her, I said, I still feel like family when I go to Dave's, and even Still Winter Nation. His goes real fast, but he feels like family.
I like what Denise said. She said, my husband told his brother yesterday, if me hadn't been feisty, I wouldn't have married her.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, I got feisty, I guess, after a little while, because of my first husband. I wanted somebody I could respect, and so I met.
Doesn't.
And
it's really hard to find.
And if you say I'm wife number 2 out of 5, that's going to tell you something about the first one. But I wanted a man that was going to. He was demanding. He wanted me. He put me in a bubble. He wanted me just all for himself. And when somebody's like that, sometimes it's. My kids didn't understand it. My daughter was like, I don't want nobody telling me what to do. But I would tell her, when you come from one marriage of somebody saying, if you want her, you can have her. You know, or who would want to be seen with you? Look in the mirror. Who'd want to be seen with you? And my kids, you know, there was one picture that I showed, and I remembered that's where I was standing when he said that. And, you know, Tiffany or Casey would look at pictures of me. How could he say that, Mom? But that's how I felt because he said it.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
when,
they say it too many times and you start believing it.
yeah, well, I got it from my parents too. Then this person said it. So I felt like that. But when
Right.
Kevin come along and he had me up on a pedestal and me wanting me to go everywhere with him and all that, I said it took that first time to appreciate that I had somebody that wanted me, that go everywhere with him, us do things together.
He wanted you
Yes.
as part of his life and not just something hanging on his arm, something in the kitchen cooking a meal,
I
etc.
love you, Kent. I love you, Kent.
Bye, Kent. Love you, honey. See
But
you on
yeah,
Sunday.
you know, when he went back to work at the trucking company, it was like a whole different Kevin. He left kind of a party person with all the truck drivers, and then he came back with the wife, and they were all like, "Oh," and they pick at me because, you know, Bible thumper. I got caught because I wasn't in the biker crowd. You know, he had his motorcycle, and you know, Kevin, that was the one thing. I think he went on a run one time, and he did not want me going with him. And I think he decided then, if I can't take my, you know, if it's something that she can't go with me, I'm not going to do it again. But he didn't want me around, um, around stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's like I said, he put me on a pedestal because I was different than the other women that he had met when he was in that kind of lifestyle. And he's even said, I would be dead had I not married you. So, you know, I, it's just that sometimes you do find that person that, I don't want to sound like Toby Maguire, that completes you. That sounds like a bad movie, you know, but when you do find the person that feels like a puzzle piece, or we have, I told him, you know, he said, if I could go back and change, no, it has been a wonderful roller coaster ride. I told him, I said, hey, we have been like a roller coaster ride. I would take that roller coaster ride again and not change nothing, because it made me who I am. It made
Yes.
him the man he is now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You watch on the clock?
Yeah. You see me shuffling and moving and
Mm, yep.
Fidgeting.
yeah, yesterday Lynn, sister wife, Lynn said, or who was it told me, yeah, I think it was her. She said, so you didn't get any painting done, did you? And I laughed and I said, no. I said, after I got off the phone with Lily, I said, I fell asleep. And Casey told me to wait. But hey, Camille, drop your
Hey,
link.
Camille. Welcome, welcome, my friend. My
Morning,
goodness,
Camille.
I think I met Camille on your channel, Diana.
you did, because I've known Camille for a couple of years, and we actually met through Facebook. So we were Facebook friends before we were ever on YouTube, because I wasn't over on YouTube publicly until a year ago. And so that was when I said, hey, Camille, you need to come over here more regularly. So then she started coming over here, and that's how she met y'all.
Monique said marriage doesn't complete her, it gives her an extra to her life. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Norgus, I'm going to have to go because you know what? I'm going to get out there and do my 5-mile run. And then I've got some schoolwork to do. But I want to come back and do work on some other things today. If I decide to do a live, are you going to be around today?
I have an appointment at 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock my time. You guys, this is like Georgia, Alabama. I'm Alabama. That's Georgia. Where are you at, Willow?
1 hour difference.
Kansas.
Kansas, and then Australia. So you guys, look, you need to be on the bottom, Australia. But, yes, I have an appointment at 11 o'clock today. And then tomorrow,
if I go on, Denise or Darlene, it'll probably be around 2 o'clock. So I'll message you, and if you're available, I'm not sure I'm going on because I never know. I want to kind of accomplish some other things first, and then if I do, I'll message you, and then you can come on with me.
All right, tomorrow is a big reveal. None of my girls know what tomorrow. They can't wait. It's really bothering them because usually I can't keep a secret. But I had to tell Casey. But anyway, tomorrow is a big reveal, you guys. So I'm just saying. And so if you want to see the big reveal, you guys have to be here tomorrow. I thought about not even letting the girls see me until after I start. But thank you.
What are you doing, woman?
Diana, go do your run. But be careful.
Well, thank you for having me up here, and thank you, Sonia and Willow and Denise, and thank you, and Camille. It was great to see you, and everyone in the chat. Thank you. Love you all much. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
To see you guys, you see somebody's got as much energy as me. That woman, she's got energy. Camille, one day you'll have to jump up here too. And let people look. Camille's got energy at the yin yang too. She does too. Oh, thank you, Alien. I do, and I had sad for way too long, and this does bring the smile back. And so Camille's in Texas. But so, yeah, it does bring the smile, and it brings the happy, seeing everybody and having, people just jump up here. I'm always excited, when somebody new pops up on the panel. But Camille, you guys will have to meet Camille. She's firecracker too. I guess the Texas firecracker. It is over an hour. And I got an appointment. Okay, you guys, I love you. I got to get dressed because I have on pajama bottoms. I got to get dressed for my appointment. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Camille. I love you guys. I love you. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye, you guys.
Yeah.